a monster. It's a green monster. It's an orange monster. It's a yellow one.
Let's see. Where can I go?
Can I get in the boat?
Okay, Daddy. Hello, you here?
Let me see here.
Hello, you here?
Hi, Zoe. Sheesh.
Plane or train?
Train. I wish we could go on a train. Let me see. Mentos, they're all gone. No. Stop. Don't eat them all so we can eat more things. So we came to this store. It's called Preston Art Center, and it had the best sell on Sculpey, on what was it that the pens, the micron pens. So I'll be showing you guys how you can use Sculpey. I'm gonna try learning, and I will also use some of the supplies that I bought to do some art, some illustrations on paper instead of digital form. Hello, it's me, Ellie again. I'm really excited for this haul because I never get to spend this much money on art supplies. And I'm telling you, if I buy art supplies or watercolor, it's because I am out shopping at Target, places that are not specifically for art supplies, and I'll buy like extra brushes or extra watercolor paints, which I just recently started to purchase. I used to buy them in the little pods where you could mix them with water and then activate the color. But just recently, or order online, I would also do that. But just recently, we were driving through one of the art supply stores here in Louisville, and they had a huge sale, and I thought, wow, maybe they're like going out of business because of COVID. A lot of businesses are closing, so maybe they have like a closeout sale. And I walk into the store, and I'm looking at the stuff, and all the stuff says 30-40%, and they just have these, you know, like as you see, the massive signs outside saying sell. So I told David, we really need to stop. Like, let's see if I could find something that is worth purchasing at a lower price, because during the month of October, or Inktober, I was really challenged to draw things with the what do I want to say, like not digital illustrations, but trying to use like watercolor mediums and pencils, colored pencils and markers. So the traditional way of illustrating, paper and pen, basically. So I wanted to go back to the traditional way versus using digital way, which is what I was used to, and it was more comfortable for me. If you illustrate from home and you're also a mom, You understand. It's really hard to draw something with watercolor paint when you have a baby. So, somehow coffee tastes better in these mugs, these little coffee cups, than in regular cups. But so we went there and I bought a couple of things, but then I had to go back and I got more things. So I got a bigger bag here that I want to show you. And I brought all my plants inside. Can you see? Some of these were not necessarily outside. Some of them were. They were in the porch area. I have this porch area that has like a north facing, it's a north facing window, so north facing sun. It's pretty bright in the morning. And I am getting ready for November and December updates. So during the Inktober, I was able to practice a lot and I got a little bit more confident in drawing human bodies, even though they are caricature bodies. But I always felt like it was easier for me to draw animals, foliage, trees, still life, or objects that were like not, you know, not fit human, with a human physique. So if I was drawing like a mushroom, I could do it in a caricature way and it wouldn't affect it, you know, because it could be chubby, fat, or tall. But you can't do that with human bodies. You have to really make sure that the head is not like bigger than the neck, otherwise it looks unproportionate. Even though it could be an illustration style, you have to really know how to master it so it looks coherent. And that is what I was really struggling with this past month, body types. Like one of my illustrations that had the arm bending something like this movement, if you see it in a video, you get to see my arm in 3D, right? But if you have to draw it on a flat surface, this arm would have to be like this hand, you know, like if my hand was like this. That's almost the way it looks like, and it's like a slight movement of the pencil or the line, and it's completely off. So I wanted to also try more watercolor, because after you've mastered a certain way of artistry, I think it's not that I've mastered anything yet, but I'm more comfortable with Procreate, and I'm almost like so used to it that I almost use it as a crutch, because Procreate allows you to draw per se a circle, and you use your pencil, you draw a circle. The circle can be crooked, and once you hit the end of the circle, you press on it and voila, you know, Procreate will fix it, arrange it into a perfect round circle, which if you're drawing, you can't get that. But a lot of artists are able to draw perfect circles because of practice, and that's where I wanted to get to. I wanted to keep drawing or drafting, sketching bodies, and then, like, you know, following up with watercolor paint, pencil on top of that, so that I could do the shades and make it look more 3D like, if I'm making any sense. Because on a Procreate, you can use the software to make it look 3D, and you can always erase and go back and forth and erase and try it again. But when it comes to paper, you can only erase so much. You know, you can't go past a certain level of erasing, because the thickness of the paper can only take so much back and forth. And watercolor, once it's under paper, that's it. You know, you've got no more, you've got a permanent paper with color on top, and it's gonna be really hard to fix it. I also kind of was practicing with shades of color, palettes. I was working with one color palette throughout all of Inktober, and I know I didn't do 31 drawings for the month, but I did a couple. And what I realized is that artists are able to make 31 drawings because they either prepare a month ahead, like they start drawing some of their things before, or also what they do is they have simple drawings, and I was really trying to make them detailed. For some reason I chose the most difficult thing to draw, human bodies, for the whole month. Like my theme was the most difficult that I knew I couldn't do it. I was so hopeful. Instead of just drawing still life or fruits and vegetables and flowers and plants, which is what I like to draw, which is what I know I'm good at. And what I noticed is a lot of artists will draw like one item per day. So instead of drawing like I did a whole girl within a room with accessories around, they would draw one item and maybe the next day another item and then the next day another item. So I'd say for the most part it did help me being able to draw that many full paintings within a month, but I could have done better. I know I could have done better. But this is really the first year I try to do all of Inktober, the whole month, like trying to be consecutive, even though we were out of town for a whole week, a week and a half almost. I was trying to be really consistent, so yay me, you know, I was trying. But let's get into the supply purchase. I don't like to call it a haul because, you know, that's what they're labeled as out here in the cyberspace of YouTube, but it really is what it is. It's like when you have a large purchase of a specific category of items, and what I did today was buying a large amount of supplies that otherwise I wouldn't have bought if it wasn't because of that sale. Very thankful to the Preston Art Center. They are not closing due to COVID. They're having their 1-year anniversary sale, and I found out when I was in the counter where I was like, oh, I'm so sorry you guys are closing. I wish, you know, this store would have been open longer now that I'm buying more products. Because before I used to buy them online, I would just order stuff online. But it's always nice to walk into an art shop, which is hard to find also in this city. Just exclusively art, like drawing and painting stuff, not like Hobby Lobby and Joann's Fabric where you have other hobbies or other craft things that they sell. This one was specifically for like painting artists, and they also sold a lot of Sculpey stuff. So let's get into it. I want to show you what I got, and I want to show you also what I did with it. This is an updated version because the first time I only bought a few things, and then today I went and bought more things. I'm really excited because they were extremely low in price. Like I don't have a lot of money to spend on this luxury. Is like really luxury for me. So I think it was probably like $150 worth of products, but I ended up paying 30% of that. So it was a great buy, and I'm hoping that these items will help me get better in illustrating, and I hope that it will get more art out there, and hopefully you will enjoy the art that I make. So let's get into it. Okay, so a couple of things. So let's look into the bag and see what fun stuff we find. I know what fun stuff is inside. I just, I want to make it a little exciting for you. First, we have Ecoline number 580. It is a watercolor in, what is this? Like a soft blue or a baby blue, I would say aqua blue. It says pastel blue. So if you can see it, or maybe you cannot. Okay, so Ecoline pastel blue. Gosh, I don't like the camera to be like that up into my pores. So let's try this again. Ecoline. So this is the Ecoline liquid watercolor. So this is already active watercolor. You don't have to use Typically you would use, you know, water and then activate the watercolor with it. But with this, you don't have to do that. You have this highly pigmented watercolor in a jar. I also bought a lot of pens. Yay! I always knew it was best to buy pens in small batches instead of buying the full set of like 60 colors or 100 colors, because honestly, I can't afford it. I mean, if you can afford it, but in quarantine and, you know, COVID and all the unexpected expenses that we've had this month, it's been really hard. So here we have, this is like a Copic imitation marker, one of those permanent markers that are good for illustrators and, you know, kind of a permanent ink, true to the color. This is Touch Twin Marker. It's a brush pen and then it's a medium color. So this is the Touch and the color golden yellow. I bought 2 brushes, a small number 4 and then an even smaller number 2. These are really good for, this one for outlining and then this one for filling out the background color in watercolor. I want to bring you a little bit closer so you can see. Another one, I bought this one because this is a Royal Soft Grip. So I really like that this one had a grip to it because I want to use this for the, I'll show you. I wanted to use this for, where is it? For a glaze that I bought as well. And this glaze is a Sculpey glaze. I think it was opened because if you can tell, the bottle looks kind of, you know, damaged, but it's completely full. So I'm hoping this would work. For glazing pins that I want to start making with Sculpey clay. So this is Sculpey air dry clay. I bought this at Walmart because they didn't have white color. They had all other colors except for this one. And when I was there, I bought this Sculpey color. And this one is opened because, like I said, this is the second time that I go into the store. The first time I went, I bought this color. And I also bought a white one, which is all they had left. And I used them with my sister-in-law to make some earrings. And I left them in her house because I left the microwave oven there so that she would use it. She's hoping to start a business with earrings and clay items. So I'm really excited for that, and I got really excited and I bought these 2 to work them with her, but I left the clay pins over there, which I wasn't too excited because I didn't make them thick enough, and when I was baking them, they overbaked, so they were like, you know, just overbaked and burned. So I learned that they have to be about a 1/4 of thickness. Yeah, you know, you live and learn. And I didn't get to buy more of this Sculpey, and it was a little bit difficult to really see where or the Fahrenheit or the heat level with a mini oven. So I thought that I would just stick to something that wouldn't have to be like air dry. Now I was reading into this, and air dry Sculpey clay is actually, I think it takes like 24 hours or 42 hours to dry. So that's 2 days worth. Whereas if you were to have oven baked products, they bake and that's it. You know, within 10 minutes, you're done. But then you glaze them with this on top, and then they should be fine and dandy within another 24 hours. So from the Eco line, I got this other color. And I got a nice peach color. Isn't this beautiful? I think this peach color could be so cute with fall themed illustrations. So it's the blue, this one, the purple one. This is a lilac pastel violet. I love pastels, so I want to make a little collection of these, but of course it's going to take me time to buy them. I wish I had more money to buy all the colors, because really if I had like $100 extra to purchase more stuff, I would have probably bought like 20 colors worth of these. I don't know, maybe more. 20 colors and plus more of these watercolor paints. I also got, this is aquarellable. I'm not sure how you say it. Okay, sorry for my accent. But this is a red watercolor pencil that you can basically activate with water. So a lot of times I trace with red, and I wanted to trace some of it with red and then just use the brush with water, and basically it turns into watercolor paint, but it's a pencil, which is really cool. This is the first one I buy, and I didn't get to find any more of these colors, but these are awesome because you can take them in your, you know, zipper bag, put them in there, and then just get a cup of water. And if you're out, I don't know, well, like if you go to a friend's house, you don't have to bring a palette. You can just color it and then put water on top, and then it activates. And oh, the receipt. This is micron pens, which are archival pens. You already knew. This is the 005, so it's a thin one. I thought it was 05, which is, this is what I wanted to outline the illustrations. I like to outline them in red and black. And I bought two, but I thought the 005 was actually a 05. So it's really thin, the red. And that's one thing I kind of didn't like, but oh well, now I have that one. And these are also more maybe for the journaling, the Stabilo pens. This is 0.88, so they are kind of thin. This is a blue, a pink, and a teal color. They are so nice. I think this is like a German brand. Correct me if I am wrong. But they are fine point pens that are typically used for journaling, is what I've seen. I also want to use them for my bullet journaling, my Bible reading journaling, and then these are other touch pens. So, oh gosh, I just realized this. So this one is totally sealed. Gosh, I just noticed this. And these are not sealed, so I don't know, maybe customers must have used them or whatever. This is a green, a very light green. And then this is a pastel pink. So yeah, these are the colors. So these are, it's like a color palette that I wanted to create for new illustrations. And the last thing I got was, I actually want to keep this receipt because I want to see what else. Yeah, so these were $3.49, which is out of $7. It's a great price. I haven't even been able to find them that cheap online, like at Amazon, which is one of the places where sometimes you find cheaper items that can be delivered next day to you. A Strathmore watercolor notepad, or what is it called? What is the word for this? A watercolor, yeah, just notepad. This is 140 pounds, cold press, heavyweight, so it's great for watercolor. I've got a watercolor sketchbook, and I think it's just a sketchbook. I'm not too sure. It's like, I bought it because it was so cute. I didn't buy it because of the paperweight, but I really wanted to try to buy products that were more for professional use, so that the watercolor ink would be more persistent in the paper. Sometimes the paper, I think, was like folding because it was not necessarily meant to take so much watercolor. I think they were meant for sketching and for these kinds of markers. Yeah, look at this paper. The thickness of the paper. Look at how thick it is. And if you were to touch it, it is as soft as, I can't tell you, it's thick. I mean, it is thick. It's very thick. And it's as soft as cotton fabric. It's really nice. This is 30 pages and it was like $5 for this. So I think that was it. Stuff. I'm really excited to show you more art with this. So the first video that I wanted to show you is this and the red ink colors, but later on this week I want to use some of this Sculpey air dry clay, and I want to paint the clay with the markers that I have. So I have some paint markers that I want to use with this Sculpey clay, and it'll probably have to be on a part 2 video. And I will show you on the second part what I do with the rest of the items. So yay! Okay guys, so this is what I came up with. I was trying to do a house, but I can't do a house. And this is a small space to do the complexity of details that I wanted to do. So I'm doing this door, which is also like a Spanish hacienda kind of door. And let's see here. And this is just a picture from Pinterest.
그대는 어째서 매화책을 좋아하지 않는 거지?
좋아해야 합니까?
궁금하다. 이 문장은 하나하나 아름답고 줄거리는 완전히 거듭하고 인물들은 또 생동감이 넘치는데 글이 공들여
저는 좋아요.
그저 무엇이 부족해서?
부족한 것은 선배님의 말씨입니다가 가르친답니까?
그것이
Hey guys, if you made it to the end of the video, muchas gracias. I appreciate it. I am not consistent with my videos. Just so you know, in case you want to subscribe, please be aware. I try to be consistent, but I am not. I will post more often on my Instagram, and I will create more stationery products through illustrations that I make on Instagram, and I'm trying to get better, but I'm not always very consistent. So heads up, in case you like this video and you think, oh yay, maybe she'll post another one next week. I might not. I have a lot of things to take care of, and other things are priority right now, and also of course, you know, taking care of the shop. But let me know what kind of videos you like. Do you like vlog videos where you see how I make my stationery products and then ship them out, or would you like to see little videos like the one I made about a haul about things that I've bought that I like? Or maybe you want to see about my plants or my Mexican mugs, because I have a lot of these and I collect them. I'm really obsessed with a lot of Mexican pottery, Mexican clay. I'm Mexican, hence the face, and I really enjoy my heritage in this way, and I like to incorporate it in my art too. So let me know what you think. Leave a comment. I don't get any comments. I never get any comments, like a few comments. And I'm kind of sad and upset that my family has not made a single comment. Like, say something. Do you like them? Do you not like them? Say something about my plants. Say something about my weird bangs. I don't know, just say something. I would appreciate it, because you know how the algorithm is. They favor accounts that have activity going on, and a lot of times my videos don't have any like response from viewers. So I'd like to think what you think. Do you hate it? Do you love it? Do you not care? I mean, I don't know, say something, or just say hello. I will say hello back. I always try to respond, and I will keep you updated on the second part of what I do with the rest of the items. Okay, bye, au revoir, adios, see you later. There's a car passing by. Goodbye.